Bass Guy Show goes live right here on Concert Window. Be sure to tip those waitresses, yes indeed. Yo, let's give it up for Bass Guy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, fake studio audience, but I won't stop. Thank you. Welcome to the Bass Guy Show. My name is Bass Guy, and I'm a guy that plays bass. I'm not the fish guy. I'm sure there's a fish guy out there somewhere. A professional comedy joke there. So yeah, we have professional comedy jokes. We play the bass guitar. Everything that you see and hear, I'm doing live. I've got a mixing desk. I can put in all the sound effects. There we go. Got to release the cabin pressure. I'm doing all the transitioning, playing the music. I'm even doing the chat board, everybody. How is the stream? 175. I know I look like a ghost. I look like Casper the Ghost, but whatever. I have green screen problems, okay? I'm seeing my therapist about my green screen problems, and my computer is really running slow, and I think that's because I've got a lot of effects running, so I think I'm going to take some of the effects off. So this week's theme is Spatula Week. What's that? Oh, it's Arcade Week. I don't know what frickin' week it is. I'm just in it for the money. So here we are at Larry's Arcade. So we're going to be talking about all things video games, arcades from the 70s and 80s and things like that. As I was telling you on Monday, I grew up in an arcade. I was actually born in an arcade. I was actually born in an arcade game. I was actually born an arcade game. So it's a long story, but to make a long story short, I have no idea what I'm thinking about. Trained video game experts working on the next sound bit for your Coleco 8-track, and then you can go watch Matlock while you're waiting. Just learn on the TV for a second while I find my thoughts. So sometimes I get stuck in a thought pattern. So today's show, those guys are on their way to the Bass Guy studio to watch the show live. Today's show is filmed in front of a fake live audience. Well, leave me alone, condescending Sheila. And I am Bass Guy, I'm Bass Dork, and we have sound effects and whatnot. So that's the beginning of the show, just explaining it for anyone who's new. If you're watching this on YouTube, then this is a replay. But this is our present moment, and this is all live. Everything you see is live and in a one take. On the chat wall, we say I'm actually UGO, Weird Science, made Bass Guy. Empty Wallet is saying I have Dig Dug on my table. Sand Monster in Florida is saying Mr. Do was one of my favorites. A human being just walked outside going to school, gonna go get educated. This is all happening right now. The power of now. Eckhart Tolle is a spiritual leader from Vancouver, and he's always talking about the power of now. I'm talking about the power of later. The power of later, which I've learned from my good friend Captain Squid. So, we introduce the show, we explain what's going on, we're going to play some live music mixed with looping and modern technology because it is video game week. Sloppy on Focus is saying I am the map. And there's so much going on, like there's some guy is walking up there. If you're me down here, there's people on the board, there's sound effects. I mean, who are these people? People who wear Reese's peanut butter t-shirts that they bought in Santa Barbara in 2004, and then 10 years later they're on the internet talking to people on the live chat board and people in the future on YouTube, and they don't even know what's going on. We need to just stop and relax. My therapist says we gotta relax, we gotta find our shaka point and our zen. Now let me find my center. Okay, I found it. You're watching the Bass Guy Show. Not the Fish Guy Show, but the Bass Guy Show. Bass Invaders. So that's the show in a nutshell. And talking about nutshells, we have a new nutshell video out on YouTube. If you search Bass Guy Show in a Nutshell Part 13, you will see a 10 or 15 minute long video of the best of Bass Guy of each month. So we're on Part 13 right now. This is episode 488, I think. We've got mail. We just got mail. The post lady brought mail. I was late because Jackie late. I'm late because I was writing down the world news. The world's a big place. I've calmed down. I've found my center. Now let's tune in and say hello to the people on the chat board. So hello chat board people. Hello Gajen in Florida. Hello Scooter Girl, aka Roxy. Anything can happen later. I forget where you are in the planet Earth. Roxy, please let us know. Sloppy on Focus is here in New Jersey. I was watching a video no, I won't say it. Well, yeah, I will say it. The most dangerous places in the whole world, and I was freaked out by both of them. One of the most dangerous, they do it mathematically per capita and all that, one of the most dangerous cities or districts in the whole world is in New Jersey. I think it's called Campton. Not Camden, but Captain or something. Campton, the most dangerous place in the world. You think it would be? It probably is Johannesburg. And the most dangerous island in the whole world. It's not these like Aboriginal groups that like shoot spears at planes. The most dangerous island in the whole world is off the coast of Scotland. That's where I'm from. Because they fucking. Oh, sorry. Because they were trucking. They were trucking ducks because they were testing. They had a nuclear submarine. It's not nuclear. It's nuclear. People get that wrong a lot, including me. They were testing nuclear submarines and stuff up there, and or no, it was what's that stuff you mail people? Anthrax. They were testing anthrax on sheep up there in the 40s to try to defeat the Germans or whatever. And the island's frickin' the most dangerous place in the world. Scotland. So that's where you live, Up Ladder Guy. I'm talking too much. I'm rambling. Thank you for watching the Bass Guy Show. Everybody have a good day. See you later. The show's over. Take care. I'm Bass Guy. Walk tall. What? Oh, sorry. Larry just told me we have 50 more minutes. I'm going to take a quick commercial break so we can get down to some music. Major Hole is saying Mexico is the most dangerous. Yeah, that is right. That's a place where I was watching that too. The place in Mexico, the drug cartel, where 1 in 39 people die every week or something like that. It's crazy. So if you're safe and cozy where you are, appreciate it. The power of right now, goddammit. I tuned into the perfect time, says Piece of Pie Yum. Hello, Christine. Welcome to the show. Christine, you are today's winner of 1 zillion Shaka points. Piss off, Sheila. Damn it. Piece of Pie Yum, you are today's winner. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Game of the world. Test your skills against this totally rad wrecker who loves living up to his record name. Only you can save Niceland.
I can fix it.
And be the hero. Fix It Felix Jr. featuring Wreck-It Ralph. Now at Lit Wax Arcade on Route 83, offering 2 free quarters on your birthday.
Hey, Hey, that's Frogger.
Yeah, it's the official tabletop version of the arcade game.
It plays the same. It's a game. Mr. Arcade is here.
Welcome back to the studio. We're back in our arcade. We just have to come out of this colored control environment. There we go. We are one with the screen. I was just reading the world news, and they're saying that old films are turning into abstract art films because they're decomposing, just like Mozart. So here we are at Bass Guy Studios. It is Arcade Week, so we like to, we're getting into our rhythm, like Johnny Cash, we got rhythm, and we're starting to get into our rhythm of where we just jam a little bit at the start, we do some news and segments, and then we actually play a frickin' song. That was just a little video game song for you there. So, let's see what's going on the wall, if there's anything you need. Oh, look, that cat that just ran across the street has 3 tails. I'm not joking. I don't know if it's fur balls or whatever. I've been trying to comfort him and bring him into the house, see if I can help him out, but that cat has 3 tails. It's like got a tail, but then it's got 2 things that look kind of like fur balls or whatever, but they're as long and in the shape of the cat's tail. So I need to find out who owns the cat or if it's homeless, and we need to take care of the cat. Is one a pee-pee? Okay, he can come out in 5 minutes. So our next guest on the show is Blue Jay. Blue Jay, how are you today? Okay, so that's what is known in Canada as a juvenile blue jay. You can tell because it's brightly colored, and when it spazzes out, sometimes it puts itself on the bird feeder like it's sun tanning and opens up its beak, and it's where it sheds its feathers. So I've just gone educated you. I want tails on the show. Okay, so you can come out of the bad corner now, Sloppy. Hello, Gajen. Hello, Sloppy. Hope everyone's well. You're watching the Bass Guy Show, a live interactive platform. I started getting today's show ready at like 8 this morning. Well, I woke up at 8, and then I got the show ready from 9 till now, and I'm late. So before we start any segments, we'd like to, we got a new segment called Bass Guy's Got Mail. Bass Guy's Got Mail. Sheila, come on, I'm trying really hard. Okay, so what we want to do for this segment is we just want to get rid of the green screen, so you just have to grab the edge of it and then pull it away. There you go. Little professional technique there. We have mail from Coach Ray. I just went to I usually don't go to the mailbox till after the show, but the mail came early, and Coach Ray gave me permission to open it, I think. Hope you didn't see the address there. And we have more mail from Coach Ray. We received mail from Coach Ray, I think this is the 4th time, so let's open street, going to school. Those kids just went to the pool hall, and they played Tomb Raider Part 17, and where they're walking right now, that's Weather Guy's truck. And here comes the Bass Guy lawn care removal unit. That's Weather Guy's lawn care truck right there. It's full of gin and blow. And see, there's a lot going on in this show today. So Weather Guy is right down there. Keep an eye out on Weather Guy because he might pop up to the camera. So I'm going to put the split screen on. So thank you, Coach Ray, for the mail. That is awesome. Silence, please. Thank you. Let's read the letter. I'm starving. I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. I'm hungry. But I'm also a big fat couch slob. So, May 14th, May the 4th be with you. So this says, BG, thanks for, this is from Coach Ray, who's given me this hat here, and he's my appointed coach. He's a teacher and a coach in Philadelphia at Martin Luther King High School. So thank you, Coach. You're so awesome. That's what I like about this show. It attracts all kinds of people from all over the world, no one in particular. Thanks for entertaining us while we're driving to Mike's graduation from MSH. Please accept the enclosed shirt as a token of our appreciation, and go green. Over. Besides being a neighbor to Canada, I found another Michigan connection. I once asked MSH hockey coach his key to success, and he said, that's easy. Recruit Canadians. We teach Canadians how to done thinking speaks. Your friend in Philly, Coach Ray. P.S. I got dry mouth syndrome. P.S. Hoping this shirt starts many conversations for you. So thank you for that. That's a beautiful, beautiful letter there, Coach Ray. Let's see what we have. Ladies and gentlemen, let's reveal the shirt from Coach Ray. Wow, thank you, Coach Ray, man. That is super, super kind of you. You're too kind. Thank you very much. Let me just put the green screen back on here if I can just get it right. You gotta push it over. There you go. Oh, thank you very much. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Coach Ray. Michigan State. I got another. Oh, it's got green here, so I'm part of the green screen now. So I think we'll wear this shirt when we're not wearing a green, when we're not using a green screen. Oh, we'll leave it on. Screw it. It's just a frickin' green screen. Get over it. Woo! You're watching the Bass Guy Show. Thank you very much, Coach Ray in Philadelphia. Disappearing. I'll try to be back right after this commercial break. Thank you for watching the Bass Guy. You've just gone and watched the Bass Guy Show.
If yours is a house divided, half the family playing board games and half playing arcade video games, then come together and play Arcade Mania, the game that combines arcade speed with board game strategy. And everyone plays every play. You plan your moves, play your cards, and score points by dodging UFOs, battling aliens, intercepting missiles, or defeating serpents. So get arcade speed with board game strategy in Arcade Mania from Milton Bradley.
Till now, if you wanted real arcade games, you had to go to the arcade.
It's the Bass Gang News for Wednesday, May the 18th, 2016. Oh, come on, Sheila. Okay, so this is the Bass Gang News. Gang News. Larry, the producer, Up a Ladder Guy, and the Great Satan are all They all admit that they are complete video game junkies. I'm sure many of you are, but I know that those three were and are. Deborah in Canada is feeling very sick. She can smell or taste her own throat, and she's not well. There has been a virus going around Canada everywhere. Weather guy, everyone I know has had this massive cold or flu that lasts like 3 weeks. So it must be some kind of bug that's been going around. And a lot of people are affected by the weather. It's not been nice around here in Montreal, but today is a beautiful day. Also in the Bass Gang News, a big storm just blew through past Florida. So we hope that you're okay out there, Gajen and Sandy and everyone else in Florida. The Bass Gang has been discussing their real age versus their mental age. So for example, I'm 41 years old, and I have a mental age of a 7-year-old wombat. Pretty funny. And Sock Cop is 133 years old, and Larry is 126 years old. We're going to move right on right now to the world news. The world news. So as you can see, I'm trying to keep it short here and move along because it's Gang News and the world news today. Leave me alone, Sheila. So this is my favorite game, was my favorite game. I used to play it in the pool hall, All Points Bulletin, APB, and you're a cop car and you go around arresting people and shooting drug dealers and stuff like that. Really fun game. What was your favorite video game? There's a photograph of Bass Guy in the middle, the little boy. That was 1979, I think. I was 5 years old or something. And my brother got one of the first video games that you could bring home called Pac-Man. And that's my friend Rick. Tom Green still is funny. Things change. I think people are hard on each other. Anyone who does anything that succeeds, I think we have no idea how much it takes. I'm only starting to learn how much work you have to do to fail or almost get somewhere. Here's another video game called Leisure Suit Larry, and that's he's a scumbag, and it's kind of like the video game maker is making fun of douchebags. This is Larry the producer's game, and you have to go around and try and get laid. So that's the premises of that game, and apparently you can go online and play it. That's from 1987. Now here's another interesting story about the video game E.T. There's an actual documentary on it on Netflix or on YouTube. And when the film E.T. came out, it was such a popular film that they wanted to release a video game really quickly. So they contacted one of the best computer designers, and I think they gave him a deadline of 3 weeks. So he was a really amazing computer designer in the 80s, and he wasn't, like, they really pressed him for time, and they prematurely released the video game, and it wrecked the guy's career, and he was crying and everything, I mean, because he was pressured to do it. And the game was the crappiest, known as the worst video game in history, because that's kind of what it looked like, you know, a little boy chasing around a ball of snot. And the game didn't work very well, so they recalled all the games, and you can see there's a truck, and they buried all the games. So 3 decades later, someone went and did thorough investigations and found where the site was. Many failed, and they dug up the site to find these games that Atari buried, and actually buried with cement over it, so people couldn't get to it. They were so ashamed of this video game. So you can look that up if you want. It put Atari out of business. That's right, Major Hole, thank you. It put Atari, a whole company, out of business because people were shocked at how crap it was. And while we're talking about how crap things can be, we're gonna bury one more thing here, if you can bear with me. And the Bass Guys show for the last couple of weeks, you've known that I spent $400 buying a new smartphone, and I dropped it roughly 1 foot off my couch onto a carpet, and it broke. I called. My provider was good. They actually gave me some money off of my plan because they felt sorry for me. But I phoned LG, which is the phone company. This is the LG 3. And we talked to Tony and Chris, and we tried, and I got messages back saying, nope, there's nothing I can do unless I spend more money. You gotta do your homework, because if you don't, you get the bad stick. You're watching the Race Guy show, Butter Water. I think it's good. I don't know, not too sure. I wonder what my brain's gonna think next without moving my lips. I'm enjoying it. All things video games this week. I keep saying video game week, it's arcade week. So we're going to go to a short segment now about arcades in the 80s.
Pretty much failed 9th grade because I spent almost all the time in the arcade.
At one time I owed the paper company around $1,500 because I wasn't paying them for the newspapers. I was spending them on video games.
If I saw a kangaroo machine, I would always play it. I was always kind of interested in what different game rooms had, because there would always be games I hadn't seen before, and, you know, so it was a great way to sort of get away from, not that I wanted to get away from my family, but just, you know, just sort of to go and do my own thing.
My dad and I would go to these arcades, and it was more or less just a babysitting adventure. I remember one day, you know, he heard those faithful words, you know, body blow, uppercut. And so he took me over. He said, hey, have you ever played this one, Chris? Well, I never heard of it. But the fact that he was taking an interest in the game, you know, really made me want to give it a shot. He was smiling, and he was definitely interested. So every arcade we went to after that, we always tried to find the Punch-Out. So that one for me is definitely a keeper.
I got mad at Defender one time, and I hit the marquee and smashed it. And I looked at the girl, because she was probably 20 feet from me. She said, just take off. So I took off before the owner came around, and didn't have to pay for that or anything.
Basically, if you were a good player, you're kind of treated like a superstar among your neighborhood friends, and so that was the goal. So that would keep you wanting to get better and play more, and so you play more, you try harder, you play more contests, and so on and so forth. And so this is what I did on my free time.
The local arcade, they'd put your name up, and they'd give you free tokens if you got high scores. So I'd play something to get the high score, then I'd move on to something else and keep doing that. And then if I saw someone beat my score on something, I'd go back to that.
I think there's a lot of people out there that were really excited at the new technology that was coming out.
It wasn't about maximizing the look of a game, it was the technology and using what you had. And the idea no matter how absurd and how strange.
I think there was a lot more liberties given to a programmer or to a developer back then.
They were able to take risks on trying something new. I couldn't understand how they did what they did.
At Atari, a lot of the times you had single engineers or two engineers making a game.
The programmer was the art designer, was the graphics guy, was the everything.
Because of that, a lot of creativity was not suppressed. It was able to come out in these great games.
I was always kind of a tinkerer, so I'd always wonder how something worked, and so it was kind of a mystery. You know, it's like, how did they do that?
There was a lot of innovation, there was a lot of creativity, and there was also a tendency for people not to want to repeat what other people were doing. You look at a lot of the early arcade games, everything kind of had a catch or a hook or something different. Be it a weird control scheme when you look at something like Joust, where you literally have left and right and flap and you're on an ostrich, which is supposed to be flightless. You know, that's pretty kooky.
The older days, you had food fight.
You know, throwing food at one another.
A game of throwing food and avoiding chefs, I mean, that's it. And it's so much fun.
I'm still a pretty big food fight fan.
Or you had Timber or Tapper, and it's just different themes, Tubin, you know, Tempest, Robotron.
If you look at the market innovators of that time, the Eugene Jarvises that were out there, I believe they liked the challenge.
You know, one stick moves, one stick fires, rather than having a fire button and it just shoots in the direction you're going. Everybody wanted to do something different.
It's not always the same thing over and over and over.
I think that's the most single-asked question I get is, what's my favorite?
See, no, I can't do the one.
There was so many.
Thank you for watching the Bass Guy Show. We're just going to do a little jam here and then end the show. Thank you for watching. Bass Guy loves you. Thank you for everything that you do and are. Thank you, Sloppy, for all the computer digits that you're sending our way. Thank you for everything. Bass Guy loves you. No fear. Thank you for watching the Bass Guy Show today, everybody. Thank you for all your help and love and support. I am Bass Dork. Please come back tomorrow at the same time, the same place, so you know what to do. I'm sorry, but it's fortunately that time of the day. It's game over.
Let's give it up for Bass Guy.
And not lose that contact, because it's good contact. It's important, because every time we're going to go in the ring, they want to feel that. Please, God loves you, no fear. Bass Guy.
Take care, everybody. Bass Guy loves you. No fear. See you tomorrow. Happy Hump Day. Thank you, Talking Ape. Thank you, Gajen. Thank you, everybody on the wall. Thank you, Coach Ray. Thank you for the Michigan shirt and the lovely letter. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Coach Ray. Thank you, Sloppy. Thank you, Van Gogh. Talking Major Hole. Everybody who's watched the show today, thank you very much. No fear. Bass Guy loves you. Did you just gone watch the Bass Guy show on the YouTube replay and not the live show? Well, come check out the live show. It's on every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click on the green subscribe button, and speaking problem, better difference. Click on the green subscribe button now, and all your wildest fantasies will become true before midnight. Bass Guy loves you. See you tomorrow. No fear. Yeah, baby. Yeah.